In this problem, we're told that we have a test statistic of z equals negative 1.91, and that is obtained when testing the claim that p is less than 5/7. And then they tell you this is a left tail test. We could tell that from the p is less than 5/7. So since it's a left tail test and our significance level is 0.05, that means that all of that 0.05 is going to be in the left tail. So here we have 0.05 or 5%, and that's the area in that tail. Since I know the area in the tail, I'm going to use inverse norm, and it's in the left-hand tail, so I go ahead and just use 0.05, and then 0 and 1 for the mean and standard deviation. And this gives me a negative 1.64. It asked to be rounded to 2 decimal places, so that's what I did. So I've got negative 1.64 here. So there's one critical value, and that is a negative 1.64. So that's part 1, or part A. And in the next part, they're going to ask if we are going to reject the null hypothesis or fail to reject the null hypothesis. Okay, so now we're at the point where we want to reject or fail to reject the null hypothesis. So I'm going to label my test statistic here, and that value was a negative 1.91 from the original question. And so we can see that that is falling within the critical region. And since my test statistic is falling in the critical region, I want to reject the null hypothesis, because the null hypothesis would say that the value of the test statistic should fall close to the center here, where z is equal to 0. So since that test statistic is falling significantly far away into the tail, that's why I reject the null hypothesis. And so I'm rejecting it because the test statistic is in the critical region, so that's question part, or the choice D. And that is how you do that problem.